In Minnesota, I just wanted to watch fireworks, and there was something playing on TV. The couple sitting at the table ordered too much food. The future was in the front as far as she could foresee. The man in front put up the rope barrier and told me he needed to see my card. I was quite surprised and had to dig deep in my bag, but I couldn't find it. I didn't think I'd be barred, because it would have told him that I was 6'3", and that I used to play linebacker for the Vikings, and I was raised up to be that kind of man. But he turned me away because of my abnormality, and for that, I had to prove my individuality. At the doors, the gathered threatened you not to come in, because in Seattle, they'll double-check your age. And when you're at the stand, they'll send you back, and they won't look twice no matter your wage. When I asked what's in this, they smiled and say the pour is a little heavy here. I'm pretty sure this dive permits everyone inside. But you, they won't even serve you a beer. They're too busy spilling all the drinks watching the ones who never actually heard the song they were singing, missing every note and being a little proud of it. I felt like a mark, trying to prove my legality. I grew tired of waiting there to prove my individuality. It was budging up on time to get out, and the only thing I could find was a cafe. The man stood there with a flashlight inspecting me, checking my eyes and asking how much I weigh. I wondered why this was, but in Denver, they were looking for people to work next door, from which I could hear the bizarre sounds, and the man at the microphone's voice was sore. He was selling human flesh to the starving. I guess it was no big deal though for them, but I wasn't allowed because of my state flower, and nothing I had could vouch for my sexuality. I'd show my card again to show my individuality. Outside of Chicago, I tried to pay for ice, but the clerk wouldn't allow, telling me how they had taken his land, and he had to flee his country for a snowplow, which was then taken away in a marketing scheme, which shut down the best places in Detroit. Don't go there, he warned me, but he did offer me a ride, which I did not exploit, since I figured it happened one too many times. But all I had to do was raise up my hand. Everyone was ready to get in line and fight over me. When I tried to leave with the cop, on his nationality, he quizzed me to show that I still had my individuality. In San Diego, I was kept outside the restaurant that up above said old school Russian cuisine. I left all of my things outside the entrance, because I really didn't want to make a scene. When I tried to go see Molaire's sick friend, the doors were boarded up in the parking lot. They'd been renovated back into rolling hills. They were in big tents trying to sell land plots. I missed the graduations driving around, looking for the elevator that would take me down to the theater where I'd struggled to find a seat. And I didn't understand any of the morality, because it required evidence of my individuality. In Austin, I felt a little foreign and strange, though I just need a couple marathons. This is just a simple place with nothing to read. How am I supposed to weigh the pros and use my coupons? The streets were packed, and all the cars towed away, while armed horses roam the sidewalks, and a sick teenager yells when I bump into them, as if I'm responsible for everyone's socks. But then I hear a familiar song and see people that are my age hanging onto a roof, and I wonder just how I can get up there. Is this all there is to my entire personality? I tried to read the card that hosts my individuality. In the Bronx, they didn't like me wearing my hood. It isn't raining and the sun burns my shoes. I tried to find a park, but they only serve coffee. I trekked to where the map says this isn't a ruse. But I'm tricked yet again, just like the man who down the street clucks like a chicken. And the Jamaican place is too full for me, so I start to get quite panic-stricken, which makes me take the cab to a bridge where the broken glass shimmers in the wind. And it becomes quite apparent I don't belong, because I'm not used to such centrality, and I have my card to protect my individuality.